So we were studying the method of synthesis of alkenes. So earlier we studied the dehydrohalogenation of alkyl halides to synthesize the alkenes, and next are the synthesis of alkenes by dehydration of alcohols. So dehydration of alcohol is also a method to synthesize the alkene. So till now you must know that what are the alkenes. Alkene are the hydrocarbons containing carbon carbon double bond. So there is no need to explain again that valency of carbon is 4 and there are two bonds between double bond between carbon carbon, and other remaining two bonds are left to form the to fulfill its valency either with the hydrogen or some other atom. So this is the next method of synthesis of alkenes from the by the dehydration of alcohol. So for example, if you are having ethyl alcohol, that is ethanol, this is called ethanol. Why? Because eth means two carbons, so there are two carbons and further alcoholic group is present on the carbon, either on this carbon or this carbon. Its meaning remains same, that is it is called ethanol. And when it is treated with the H2SO4 sulfuric acid at very high temperature, that is 440 Kelvin, it results in the loss of the molecule of water, and this ethanol is then changes into ethylene. This is ethylene. So this is ethylene. From we starts from the ethanol, and after treating ethanol with the H2SO4 at 440 Kelvin, it result in the formation of ethylene. So instead of by the action of concentrated sulfuric acid on alcohols at 430 to 440 Kelvin, dehydration takes place. The acid acts as a dehydrating agent. Dehydration means D means loss or removal, or hydrate means water. So dehydrating means loss of water, and acid acts as a acid means this H2SO4 acts as a dehydrating agent. It means acid result in the removal of water. So instead of H2SO4, glacial phosphoric acid at 495 to 500 Kelvin, phosphorus pentoxide or alumina may be used. So other reagents for the dehydration are glacial phosphoric acid, temperature required for this reaction is 495 to 500 Kelvin. Further, phosphorus pentoxide Fe2O5 or alumina may be used, Al2O3. So instead of this H2SO4, here you can write glacial phosphoric acid at this temperature, or you may write the P2O5 or Al2O3. All these results is reaction results results in the formation of alkene. So these are the reagents. So in exam you have been given a reaction in which these reagents have been written like this here, and you have been asked to write the product. So for writing to write the product, you must know that these all reagents are just results in the dehydration of alcohols and results in the formation of alkene. So you just remember that all these are the reagents for the dehydration of alcohols. So in three classes of alcohol differ widely in case of dehydration. The order of reactivity being tertiary, secondary and primary alcohol. Tertiary alcohol, secondary and primary alcohol. It means tertiary alcohol result if you have been given with two alcohols, that one is tertiary and one is secondary or primary, this will result in the fastest formation of the alkene, respective alkenes. We will take examples. In case of tertiary alcohol is that alcohol in which tertiary alcohol means where tertiary carbon is present. So tertiary carbon is that carbon which is attached to the three other carbon. So this is the simplest tertiary alcohol, CH3, and further OH. So this is the tertiary butyl alcohol. If you will treat it with this same reagent, I will not write here this reagent. If you will treat this alcohol with this reagent or these any one of these reagents, they will result in the formation of respective alkene. Respective alkene means OH here, OH from this tertiary carbon, and hydrogen from the adjacent, any of the adjacent carbon, which result in the loss of water, and further there is a formation of carbon-carbon double bond. In case of secondary alcohol, what does secondary alcohol mean? Secondary alcohol is that alcohol in which carbon is alcoholic carbon is attached to the alcoholic carbon is that carbon which contains the hydroxyl group. So here this in secondary alcohol, the hydroxyl carbon is attached to the further two carbons, this carbon and this carbon, and to satisfy the valency we have to write here hydrogen also. And further, when this secondary alcohol is dehydrated, it result in the formation of this alkene. So this alkene can be further classified as substituted alkene, that is singly di tri or substitution of it, that I explained you earlier in our last lecture, where I told you about the substitution as per Satzef rule. So this is a secondary alcohol. And if we will talk about what is primary alcohol means where alcoholic carbon is attached to the one carbon only. So this is the methyl group, and this is simply ethanol. So ethanol, dehydration of ethanol result in the formation of this ethylene. So this is the order of reactivity of different alcohols, that is tertiary, secondary or primary alcohol with the different dehydrating agents. And different dehydrating agents are sulfuric acid, glacial phosphoric acid, and phosphorus pentoxide P2O5 or alumina. So next are the ethyl hydrogen sulfate forms different products under different conditions. So alcohol on treatment with the concentrated H2SO4 give different products under different condition of temperature. So this is why we have mentioned temperature here. If we will change the temperature, the products or number of products will increase. Different type of products will be formed at different temperatures. And next are the mechanism of acidic dehydration of alcohols to alkene. So protonation of alcohol, first of all, this sulfuric acid exists in equilibrium as proton and this anion, and this proton goes to the substrate alcohol, and this is electron deficient. Proton is electron deficient, having positive charge. So it will go to the electron rich center because it's a positive charge. So it will go to the electron rich center. Electron rich center means electron rich center. Electron rich center basically means electron is the negative charge. So it will go to the point where there will be more negative charge in the substrate had different points, that is this methyl carbon, methylene carbon, and hydroxyl OH group. So here if you will see that this oxygen will have this oxygen already possesses two lone pair of electrons, so there is more negative charge concentrated on this oxygen. So this proton will go to the electron rich center to satisfy its thrust. So after going to this electron rich center, it will result in the protonation of alcohol. Protonation means in addition of proton. So there will be positive charge on oxygen because this proton took electron pair from oxygen, any of these two pair, and forms a bond which result in the electron deficiency on the oxygen because it loses its one of its electron pair to the proton, and further this protonation is formed, and after after this protonation there is a loss of molecule of water. So they obviously oxygen will try to satisfy its electron deficiency from somewhere from nearby. So there is nearest, this is uh, there are two bonds. Let me write in the detail. There is CH2, CH3, CH2, oxygen, two protons are there, and this is the positive charge. Now oxygen will satisfy its electron deficiency from either of these three bonds, this bond or this bond. So if this bond breaks, then there will be formation of again proton, because this hydrogen will be lost, and this hydrogen will be lost. Similar to this, you just took this arrow to the reverse side in this manner and write here OH2. So this proton will be lost, or this proton will be lost, or third option is the satisfy its electron deficiency from this carbon oxygen bond. So this is the most favorable way to satisfy its electron deficiency. Why? Because it will result in the formation of carbocation, which is considerably more stable. If proton is lost, this proton will be lost, and will after a while this proton will come here again to satisfy its electron deficiency, because a proton is not such a stable species as compared to carbocation. So what will happen? It will result in the formation of this carbocation, plus there is a loss of water. So this carbocation is formed. This is the basically primary carbocation, because here carbocation or carbon positive charge bearing carbon is attached to the one carbon only. So this is the primary carbocation, and carbocation is more stable as compared to proton, lost proton. So this carbocation will be formed, and further this is the slow step of the reaction, and reversible, this is slow step of the reaction. And in last step there will be the formation of alkene. The carbocation formed in above step loses a proton from beta carbon to form the alkene. So it will lose this hydrogen, any of the hydrogen from this beta carbon. This is alpha carbon and this is beta carbon. So it will lose a proton from beta carbon to form the alkene. So there is already the water is formed, plus this proton is lost, and this proton will go to the this anion and will combine with it to form the sulfuric acid. Here you can see that this is a reversible reaction. So on or you can write here as that HSO4 negative will remove a proton from here, or in detail you can write it as there are 3 hydrogen present on this beta carbon, and there are 2 hydrogen present on this carbocation, and there is this HSO4 negative molecule. So this is the electron rich center. Obviously it will again try to abstract the proton, because it's an independent species. So it will try to remain again independent. It will not go to this center. So the proton will be easy to remove as compared to this HSO4 negative attachment to this electron deficient carbocation. So it will remove this proton, and this bond pair of electron will go to this carbon, alpha carbon, and there will be formation of this carbon carbon double bond. Further 2 hydrogens will left as it is on each carbon, and further the original molecule of H2SO4 will be formed. So this explains the mechanism of the whole reaction. So the order of reactivity in dehydration of alcohol is tertiary, secondary and primary. Why? Because I had written here that order of reactivity is tertiary, secondary and primary. Why? Because in this reaction, in the slow step of reaction, the carbocation is formed. So I already told you that the tertiary carbocation is more stable as compared to secondary, and in turn as compared to the primary carbocation. So tertiary due to higher stability of tertiary carbocation, the tertiary alcohol will react more easily with the this dehydrating agent. It can be this sulfuric acid or phosphorus pentoxide or alumina. anyone can be used. So or any of the dehydrating reagent will react with the alcohol, provided it will these dehydrating reagents will attack tertiary alcohols more easily as compared to secondary and primary alcohol. Why? Because of the formation of this carbocation during the reaction mechanism or during the reaction. So carbocation is formed as the intermediate, and moreover it is formed in the slow step. So slow step is the rate determining step of the reaction. And next is the orientation of dehydration, that is reduced selectivity in alcohol dehydration. So orientation means which product will be if there is a feasibility of formation of two products, then which of the products will be formed in the more concentration. So if there is a if there is a feasibility of formation of two or more products, which product will be formed? The product that will result in the formation of more stable carbocation, if there is the feasibility of formation of the two products. So many alcohols yield a mixture of alkene or dehydration, but a more substituted alkane is always a major product. So this is in accordance with the Setzef rule that I explained you yesterday or in our last lecture. And what does Setzef rule states? That it states that the alkene formed in a greatest amount is the one that corresponds to the removal of the hydrogen from the beta carbon having the lesser number of hydrogens, or the more substituted alkene will be formed in the any of the elimination reaction or a dehydration reaction simply. So beta elimination of reaction of alcohols yield the most substituted alkene as the major product. So the dehydration of alcohol are regioselective in nature because beta elimination can occur in either of the two directions to give isomeric alkenes, but one alkene is formed in greater amount than the other. So this is the regioselectivity. So further, the next method of formation of alkene is the from alkynes by controlled. Alkenes are formed from alkynes by controlled hydrogenation. So alkynes, what are alkyne? Alkynes means hydrocarbon plus YNE instead of ane, ene, and here is written ine. Ine means where carbon-carbon triple bond exists. So alkenes are formed from the alkynes by controlled hydrogenation. So first method is by Lindlar catalyst. So Lindlar catalyst, how does it works? It works as when any of the alkyne, that is carbon hydrocarbon containing carbon-carbon triple bond, is made to react with the hydrogen in the presence of palladium, barium sulfate, or palladium barium carbonate, or in small amount of sulfur. So Lindlar catalyst means when palladium is made to react in the presence of barium sulfate or in the presence of barium carbonate in the presence of small amount of sulfur, it result in the formation of alkene. So this is called controlled hydrogenation. Why? Because if we will not control this hydrogenation, it will result in the formation of alkane instead of this alkene. Alkane means it will result in the formation of this ethane instead of ethene. So we use the word controlled means we uses the small amount of sulfur in the presence of palladium barium sulfate or palladium barium carbonate. So there are many examples. We can take all the examples like this. This is but2 ine by but2 ine. But means 4 carbon and 2 ine means from the any of this side, if we will take the second carbon is the carbon from where double bond starts. If we will take this side, left hand side, first, second, that is second carbon. If we will take right hand side, this is first carbon, this is second carbon, this is third, and this is fourth. So from second carbon starts the triple bond. So when we will treat this but2 with any of these reagents, it will result in the formation of butene. So it result in the formation of butene. So the main point to be noted here, the above reaction always gives a cis isomer, and palladium barium sulfate is called, this is called Lindlar catalyst, and product is always cis alkene. Cis alkene means that if you will write this structure in the form of stereochemistry, cis means that same groups are on the same side. Same group on the same side. Suppose if there is a road, this is a road passing through any market, and if A and B are two boys, two class fellows, or two any of human being, and if they have their homes on the same side of road, then they can say our homes are on the cis side of the road. Cis means on the same side. If A and B has their homes on the opposite side of road, then they will say A or B can say that my friend has home trans to the road. Trans means opposite side. So this is the same side of the same groups, like A and B, they are on the same side. So this Lindlar catalyst always result in the formation of cis product. And next is the Birch reduction. So Birch reduction means when alkyne is reduced. Reduction means addition of hydrogen. So we are studying Birch reduction means Birch's addition of hydrogen. So this is but2, and when we will add Birch reagent to it, that is sodium metal in liquid ammonia in the presence of ethanol, it will result in the formation of alkene. Okay, so if you can compare these two products from the Lindlar catalyst and from the Birch reduction, and both the products are same, that means both are alkenes, but as per their stereochemistry both products are different, because this is cis product because of the having same groups on the same side, as I told you by this example A and B, and in this case the same groups are on the opposite side of the double bond. This methane group is on this upper side, and this methane group is on the lower side, and both these hydrogen are also on the opposite side. So this is called trans product, and its mechanism can be written as where alkyne is present. Sodium metal, as you know, the atomic number of sodium is 11, so it has one extra electron. It has 10 electrons as per noble gas configuration, plus one extra electron, which is always try to lose to get converted into the noble gas configuration. So these electrons comes to this carbon, and these two electrons from these three bonds are, these one bond from these out of these three bonds goes to the another carbon and result in the formation of negative charge. Further, this negative charge, this electron is added to this carbon, this electron is added to one carbon, and two electrons go to the other carbon, adjacent carbon. of the triple bond. So this electron pair go to the, as I said, there is liquid ammonia, and liquid ammonia contain 3 hydrogen. So it can be written as NH2, and this third hydrogen can be written as, so here I wrote this, and this electron pair goes to this hydrogen because it is electron deficient hydrogen, and this electron pair goes to the nitrogen, which result in the formation of this carbon comes with the hydrogen. Further, this carbon contains the single electron obtained from the sodium, and this liquid ammonia is converted into the amide anion. After this step, again step 1 is repeated. It means that sodium with this extra electron goes to the carbon already possessing that single electron, and result in the formation of carbon anion with the lone pair of electron. And again this ammonia comes NH2, and this third hydrogen, it goes to the ammonia and result in the formation of this alkene. Oh, sorry, this is always trans alkene. Why trans alkene is formed? Due to the formation of this free radical. So this is the mechanism for the formation of trans alkene. So in the first step, alkyne takes up an electron from sodium atom to form an ion radical, which accepts a proton from ammonium molecule to form a free radical. In second step, the free radical accepts an electron from the metal atom to form anion, which then takes proton from the ammonia to form the trans alkene. So product is the trans alkene. So there is a little bit difference. So you can make a table to to avoid the confusion, that in a table that you can write the different method for the synthesis of alkene from the you can write like that. There is a alkene in center, and you can write here as RX and dehydrohalogenation of result in the formation of alkene, or alcohol, that is any alcohol which result in the formation of alkene with the help of those different reagents that I told you in the last section, like acidic reagents, sulfuric acid and phosphorus pentoxide and alumina. Or you can write here that formation of alkene from the alkyne by different method, like this Lindlar catalyst, or this is the Birch reduction. So in a single page you can write all these reactions to get a quick recap of the recapitulation of the simpler basic things, that which reaction result in the formation of which kind of alkene: cis alkene, trans alkene and simple alkenes.